So, last time, I complained about controls, even though I said I wasn't going to. And at the end of the video, I basically was like, okay, I'm not sure if I'm going the right way or not, there's this other path. And, so I actually had a save state backed up, and I checked the other path, and it was a dead end, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And I start recording, and 6 minutes in, I basically determined that I didn't want to keep that video, and so I've already seen this tutorial. But, yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be a weird video, because I usually don't have this much of a problem finding, like, an excuse to start recording, basically. Like, maybe that's a bad way to word it, but, like, usually when I go into something, I at least vaguely have an idea of, like, something to talk about other than the game. I've got nothing. Like, I don't know what my problem is today. I guess it's just I never do anything interesting. Like, I'm not even paying attention to this dialogue. That's another thing, I should probably pay slightly more attention to the game. But no, I can at least usually kind of default to, like, stupid stuff that happens at work, or just, like, other things related to what other stuff I'm doing at the time. I don't know. I feel like I didn't talk about anything in the last video, and yet I'm already somehow spent. So we'll figure something out, because the only thing worse than not having anything to talk about and just doing the usual, like, okay, well, let me head over here. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna fight this enemy, I guess. Have I been this way? Okay, yeah, we've done it. Like, that is the worst commentary, but like, despite saying that it was the worst, it's actually the second worst. The worst commentary is complaining that you have nothing to talk about, and that's what we're doing right now, so I need to stop. But anyway, I've seen this thing before. I don't completely know what its deal is. Obviously, it's a boo. It goes away if you look at it. I tried a few things to kind of mess with it. I was curious what would happen if you would spin, and it does actually rapidly appear and disappear, which is interesting. But I don't know what to do with that. We can't do anything with it. That way just leads back, so we're gonna head down this way. I fought a couple enemies and then basically stopped. But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of hate to say this, but I'm not loving this game, if that wasn't obvious. Like, there's parts of it that I'm okay with. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't know if I'm feeling this one. Shit. Why can't I do that? I don't know, it's like, I feel like I've kind of struggled with, how do you do that? I don't know how to block with the hammer. Whenever I'm playing a game blind, I always struggle with it a bit because I'm not very good at, like, paying attention to new information while also attempting to talk over the game, I guess. It's a lot easier when it's a game that I'm already familiar with. So, like, in some cases it'll not be that bad, but no, I don't want to jump. This one, fuck. I am struggling so bad with the controls in this game that it's... Okay. Am I... Alright, I get it now. So, for when you attack, you just press the button. But when you defend, you have to hold it. See, that's throwing me off, too. It's like all these little things that I'm just not doing a good job of remembering. It's like, a lot of my stuff recently has been blind playthroughs, just because most of the games that I like, know and care about, I've already done videos on, so I kind of had to sort of start branching out a little bit. And I feel like that's kind of been hurting, like, making them interesting for a while now. It also doesn't help when I don't know how to speak. That's a continuous issue. I don't know, maybe I'm just freaking out over nothing. Like, I'm really, really bad at this game, is part of the problem. And I recognize that, and I don't know how to get better at it. Without... Like, see, what's happening there is I press A to, like, prep the hammer, and then I'm gonna hold it, when you don't need to do that. You only need to hold it. And I don't know why I'm thinking you have to prep it. I can't think of, like, any game where you would have to do that makes me think that you need to do it here. It's just, it's confusing to me for some reason. And I did consider actually plugging in a controller for this video, but I don't think that would help. I feel like now that I've gotten, like, at least partially used to this, switching it over to buttons is just going to make it worse. So, like I said, I don't want to spend this entire video just complaining about the controls or anything like that, because that's going to get really, really tiresome to listen to. But I've got nothing. Like, I wish something stupid had been happening at work recently. It just... I need to find something to do. But I never do anything. It's like, I'm trying to think... Okay, so you just don't dodge by jumping at all anymore, do you? That was something that confused me a little bit in the scrapped segment. Where, like, it taught the controls on how to jump, like, how to use the hammers and stuff, and, look, every goddamn time I keep thinking B is hammer. It's not. That's what's killing me the most, is just having to remember that the two characters control with different buttons. It's like, it's the primary game mechanic, and my mind absolutely cannot understand that. But, what was I even saying? Yeah, it's like, I was wondering how the dodging worked from that tutorial fight, because it explained how to do, like, the defensive hammer stuff, like, you hold the button, you attack when the thing gets close. I'm like, well, what happened to the jump move? I think that's just gone now. I was thinking maybe it, like, it depended on, like, the last attack you did. Like, if you use a jump, then you jump to dodge, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Let me try it again. So here's a regular jump. Yeah, it's still the hammer. I guess the jump dodge is just gone, which is okay. It's weird to just drop a mechanic like that, though. I don't get why they'd do that. Okay, so yeah. So we want to go to the castle, I'm imagining. There's a gate that I presumably cannot go through. There's layering issues. I probably don't need to fight every enemy either, but Lord knows I probably need the level ups. Because if I can't get through battles with skill, I'll at least need to brute force them. Okay, so yeah, let's hold off on going to the castle. I think there's... Was there another way to go? This is like the same area. What's over here? Yoshi Theater. Sounds unusual. Is that a Tanuki Goomba? Oh, now we have jumps. So it's just dependent on the battle. Oh, shit. That's really weird. So we're gonna lose this fight, I'm noticing. Yeah, I should probably bring Luigi back, that would make sense. And I guess probably heal Mario, too. Actually, let me use the nut. Okay, what am I selecting? I can't tell what I'm selecting. Can I not use an item on a different character? It looks... yeah, I guess I can only give it to either... what? Oh, okay, that's why. That makes a little more sense. Okay, so you can't actually attack them. And... hey, what do you know? I did something. I feel like I was starting to say something and I don't know what it was. Whatever, screw it. Basically just like... oh. Not what... and now we're back to hammers again. What is the... how does it decide? I know that the button icons on the left are changing, but do you just have to check those every time, or like, I don't know. It's really odd. I think I'm just getting old. Yeah, I'm definitely getting old. I am so fucking bad at this game. Just keep attacking, by all means. What? Alright. Well... I didn't make any recent saves, did I? No, I didn't. Whew. Okay, let me get back to that part. I'm not gonna make you sit through all that again. Okay, so we're back to this part. I save stated. I don't know what the hell happened in that fight last time. We're about to find out. Well, this one doesn't have the flying turtle, at least. Not Paracoopa, or Paratroopa. Flying turtle, that's what they're called. And I guess since these aren't spiky enemies, I can do the bros moves on these. I probably should, just to get rid of them faster. So... I might be, okay. I think this is my number one problem, is I found I was playing this game substantially better when I wasn't trying to talk over it. Like, if I can devote my full attention to, like, it's really just I suck at dodging the attacks. That's my number one problem. If I'm thinking about what I have to do, instead of, like, worrying too much about what I'm saying instead, and, like, can actually pay attention to it, it's infinitely better. God, how much HP do these assholes have? Am I not supposed to be going this way? Like, is that the problem? I feel like I'm under-leveled for this. But, like, these aren't that bad to dodge, it's just they take a while. I still have not even killed one of these. Come on. 1, 2, 3. It still only did 6? Like, come on. This is insane. Like, I'm definitely feeling like I'm not supposed to go this way. Usually, I'm used to games kind of, like, making it a little more obvious when an area is kind of, like, not meant to be the correct direction to go, but, throwing difficult enemies like this in your path is a fairly good way of doing that, I guess. It's like, hey, if you're having trouble beating these, maybe don't go this way yet. But I'm already committed to this battle, so... yeah, I guess we'll just go the other way after this fight. But yeah, while I was catching up, I think I've pretty much decided I don't want to continue this game. Like, I kind of hate to say that because I know that there were people who wanted me to play this. Like, obviously, that's why it was recommended. But it can't be enjoyable to watch when 90% of my commentary is bitching about it. Like, there's no way anybody's getting enjoyment out of that, right? I felt that way even before the last segment, like, where I had to struggle to find anything to talk about. Like, I was even saying, like, in the Discord, like, there's no way this is really that fun to watch, right? Like, people are getting sick of me complaining about the same two things over and over. I'm not paying attention to the story. Like, the combat isn't that interesting. Like, I didn't get much of a negative response, though. It seemed to be like, oh, it's fine, like, you'll get more into it. Like, I'm not, though. I kind of don't like this. So I was trying to think of, like, what I'd rather be doing instead, and the honest answer I've come up with is almost anything. Like, I feel like such an asshole saying that, but I'm really not liking this. I don't know what it is about it. I can't pinpoint a definite reason. It's just... it's a combination of an RPG and an action game. Like... oh, shit. Like... I liked Thousand Year Door. It was a Mario RPG game. Oof. Yeah, we're game over into simple enemies again. And this is why we save stated. So yeah, I don't think we want to go that way. But, I was thinking of, like, alternatives. There's a few. A good standby is always just random Mario 64 hacks. If anybody has a good one of those to suggest, I'd be willing to listen. I know there's plenty of them out there. Frickin' Simple Flips finds millions of them, like, every day. But, most of those are just mean hacks, but there seems to be some good ones mixed in. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is, like... in the comments of this video, just kind of let me know what you'd like out of the following options. I'm going to list off a few things, and I'll probably put these in the description also. One of the options is going to be continue with this game. Like, maybe I just need to stick with it longer, get a little bit more used to it, maybe the story gets more interesting, like, maybe there's a good reason for me to stick with this, and that's fine. If enough people said that that's what they want, I will at least try to stick with it for a little while longer. But, that's one of the options. Then there's going to be random Mario 64 hack, and if you vote for that, I'd also like a recommendation of which one. Oh, that's a nice experience total there. Just so I kind of have, like, something to, go off of. I don't necessarily have to, like, pick whatever was voted for, but at least some ideas. Preferably not anything from, Kaze Manuar or any of the other hack player, like, none of the no hacks from, like, people that I've already played hacks from, basically. So, not the Star Revenge guy, not Kaze. I don't know, was Mario 74 was Lugmalord, right? I don't know if he's made anything else. If he has, maybe I could try that, because it's been a really long time since I've played that game. But, just kind of keeping that in mind. Another option would be random Zelda Classic quest. Preferably something from 190 or 210. if it's a 210 quest, I'd probably want to play it in 250 because 210 has a really bad issue with midis. But I think they should be backwards compatible, or like forwards compatible, or however you would say that. They should be compatible with 250 pretty well. I don't think I'd want to play anything with excessive scripting, which is why I'm saying older versions, because I'd rather basically just play something that I know the mechanics of better. Once you start getting into scripting, you can make some really impressive stuff, but that's not really what I'm interested in. I more like to see like people working with restrictions. So probably something like that. I'd be fine with those. And then I'm just gonna have the other category full of just random games that I've been wanting to play lately and haven't. One of them is the Earthworm gym games. I don't know who would be interested in those. It's probably a pretty random thing to suggest, but I have been wanting to play those. If I don't do them as these videos, I'll probably stream them at some point. That's an option. I kind of want to say Sonic CD or Sonic Mania, but I don't know if Joel wanted to be in on those. I think he probably did. Like, if I was going to stream him, I think he wanted to be around for that. Maybe I shouldn't include that one as an option, but it is something I've been wanting to go through. I really want to play Sonic Mania. I've been, like, in a mood to go through that game, because I've seen it be played. It looks fun. I like the first 3 Sonic games quite a bit. Like, I hate certain aspects of them, but overall I enjoy them. And I've never played Sonic CD, and I do want to play that one before I play Mania. So, wait, what did this say? Okay, see, I don't think we want to go down, even if we can, but let's try to. Let's see if these enemies are going to be too difficult. So I think those are pretty much the main options. I'm pretty sure people are going to want either Mario 64 or Zelda Classic. Because, I mean, my only other option is just this random 16-bit game that not many people probably care about. Okay, no, let's not. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to go through lately. Mega Man 10 and 11 are stream games, definitely, so not those. I still need to finish Blaster Master, but that's also a stream game. Oh yeah, Portal 2, because I did Portal 1. Let's make that an option too. So, again, of the choices, I know that probably no one's going to vote for Earthworm Jim, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. Then we have 64, Zelda Classic, Portal 2, and continue this. I guess are the real options. I'm not going to put Sonic in there, because I'm probably going to end up streaming those. But, actually, you know what? Let's make it easier. Not even put Earthworm Jim as a choice. We'll have that be a stream game, too. So I've just gone back and forth on this a million times, but, oh, what the hell are you? I don't know if I really need any more items. I think, yeah, I've got quite a few of all these. I don't have any of these. I've not had any run into anything that can do status elements yet that I can remember, but ooh, that's actually really expensive. Let me get, just screw it. Not gonna bother. I'll probably find some for free. But yeah, like I said, it'll be in the description, and people can vote, and I'll do something after this. I think I've basically checked everything I can in here, because these doors apparently do not open. I imagine I can't do anything with this, but okay. I just wanted to make sure. Save blocks are generally a good idea. And so now it's just kind of that awkward part where I've basically said, I don't want to continue playing this. I'm probably not going to continue playing it after this video. So why am I still going? I don't know. Because I feel like I need to hit a minimum, like, length at this point. We'll at least see kind of what happened in this section. Now, that is pronounced lima, right? Like, it's lima beans? Because in the, like, phonetic alphabet, you apparently say lima, and I don't know if that's just... Because like, maybe it's just one of those things where it's like, I always said apricot, apparently it's apricot. I don't know, whatever. Oh, no, good dinero. Is Luigi actually legendary? Good. Prove it in combat! I do like how that's always a plot point. It's just like, he can jump real high. Wow. I mean, not really, but we saw him once. By the way, just kind of breaking the bones in my foot while this cutscene's going on, don't mind me. Yeah, green checkerboard, yeah. Members only! That's a face. You okay there? I kind of want to see what your face looks like, because I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. You just kind of look like a banana. I see. That was not what I was expecting. Again, for as much as I complain about the game, the sprite work is pretty great. Oh, good. Wow. Okay, well the game got a lot more interesting. By a lot more, I mean it's not wandering in fields and mountains anymore, at least. Which is a distinct step up. Oof, okay, that's a wall. That did not look like a wall to me. Well, as usual, I have to fight everything I see. I don't really have to, but I feel like I do. Yeah, timing. What does Superfly actually mean? Other than just like a generic, like, late 80s term for, like, cool. I don't know. It's like, I'm trying to think of places I've heard it other than, Albuquerque and Shrek. But, nothing's really coming to mind. I'll just boost my defense and absolutely nothing else, because that's what I need more than anything in this game. Clearly that won't, be a bad idea once I start getting crap bonuses every time I do it. Do I do anything with these? Yes, I do. Alright, man, then the game tells me what to do after I've done it. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. Oh yeah, it's one of those detecting water coming out of a pipe at higher frequency gates. Those are my favorite. Hammer! I know he's not actually rolling an R, but it just sounds right. It's like the thunder! You know, this is a really weird phenomenon, because I went through the past 15 minutes saying how I don't want to continue this game, and, like, I was almost getting in a better mood because I'm like, hey, I don't have to play it again after this, I can do something else that I'd rather do. And now that I've gone through that, I'm actually, like, more lively and enjoying the game more. Like, I don't know. It's so stupid. I'm still gonna keep the poll, and one of the options is still gonna be continue the game, and we'll see how it goes. Like, it's not gonna be a definite thing, like, where, let's say that people vote to keep this one going, I stick with it, and then, like, maybe for another 2-3 videos, it's fine, and then I start getting morose again. Like, it doesn't mean I have to complete it. It just means I have to try to stick with it a little longer. But, despite me still sucking massively, I am at least, getting more enjoyment out of it, I guess. I don't know. Also, I'd like to mention that, Fuck off. I recorded a Pokemon Crystal video last week, and noticed that every time I said anything at all, I would always then follow it up with just, nah, I don't know. Or like, nah, I got nothing. I can never just stick with whatever it is that I say. Like, I'll say something stupid, or sometimes not even something stupid, I'll just say something normal, and then I'll just kind of back down on it immediately afterwards. Oh, are we gonna die? I think we's gonna die. Because I, never remember to frickin' heal. I love the faces on these things, they're pretty great. Timing is a thing that exists. One day I'll learn how to do it, except I probably won't. Timing to jump, like, trying to time the jump when you're carrying the other character is, fairly difficult. I mean, I assume that's kind of the point. It's like the punishment for having to continue solo instead of reviving them. But, that does not change the fact that it is difficult. And before there was a free heal in the next room. Does this game have free heals? Actually don't remember. You're freaking juking me with these. I don't know when to jump. The timing is really awkward. Panic! There we go. I always feel like they're going to attack earlier than they do. Do I really want to fight every enemy? I say before 2 more spawn in. Oh no! Everything! Now I'm just getting weird. This is the I've given up on life, and, pancakes are light brown mood. You know, that mood. Doesn't everybody have those pancakes are light brown moved? Yoden? Luigi, do better. Yoden. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, I don't think I want to fight all this. I probably still should anyway, but I suppose that also sort of depends on, like, if I'm continuing the game or not. How do I spin this? Probably by going spin! Look at me. I am intelligent and smart. But am I swift, though? That's the question. The answer is no. No, I am not. Debating if I want to explain what I meant by that. And the answer is no, I don't think I do. Because that's going to open a whole frickin' can of worms that I don't think I need to be getting into here. That will be part of the poll. What game do you want me to do? And also, what do you think I meant by am I swift? Nah. It's nothing like... I'm trying to think of a word for it. And I failed, so whatever. I'm gonna just talk about root beer and its ramifications on the Italian government. Well, I've talked about everything on that subject now, so next up is beans. Debating if I want to fight these. Gotta get that practice in, so that I can forget it for next time, if there is next time. I like the fighter flies, because they actually take damage. In terms of, like... Here's one thing I'll at least give this game. In Paper Mario, I always prefer using the hammer in battle over jumping, because I find the timing for the jump to actually be kind of difficult, whereas the hammer, you don't really have to worry about it. You just hold back the stick and let go, and it's really easy. Combat-wise, I don't have a preference between the jump and the hammer. I'm okay with timing the jump, and now that I, like, remember that you just press the button once and you don't have to hold it for the hammer, it's perfectly fine to use. I don't like how much defense these enemies have, but that's not a, like, property of the hammer itself. That's just the enemies being annoying. Also, I'm really low on HP. I need to heal after this fight. But, so yeah. I think the thing is, I'm okay with both forms of attack, and bad with both forms of defense. Because I was gonna say that I actually prefer one over the other when it comes to blocking the enemy's attacks, but I don't. I hate them both. And that is why, everything in this game ends with sadness. Shit. Really? Okay. Well, I don't want to fight all those again. So, we're just gonna go ahead and end here. That was a really bad note to end on, but, it just, again, goes to show that I'm not very good at this game. So, if we do end up continuing this game, I will, just get through this room and the next room off screen, and then continue after that, because you don't need to watch me fight all the enemies again. If we don't, then, I guess I'll give my closing thoughts on it next time, but, whatever. So, I will see you for whatever that may be.